So this is part two because this stuff always happens to me. So basically, my phone kind of died. So that's why we had to pause that video. Put it on pause. So what I was saying is when I lived in Boone, in other places that just where you rely on public transportation, you don't really need a car. Yeah, Boone, North Carolina. Basically, I used to walk to school, and then I used to take the bus and all that kind of stuff. And this is where I went for my master's, and it was annoying, but let me tell you something. Like, I did not have to work out that much or anything. My lifestyle is what made me fit. So I figured, why not incorporate that, try and incorporate that in the city, like in a place that's, not as slow as, somewhere in the mountains, but just try and incorporate it in your daily life. And so what I did was, like, when I'm at home or something, I'm not just sitting there, I'm riding a bike, or, I'm doing yoga, or I'm doing something that's like, helping with my fitness, and not making me lazy and lethargic and stuff. Like, you just have to keep active. And as you get older, your metabolism is not as hot as it used to be, believe me. So yeah, you also have to come to terms with, you're not going to look the way you look. Like, I would say I looked most adequate, or what I thought was most adequate, at 23 or 24. 20, yeah, actually 23. Exactly 23. And the thing about it was, it's funny because a lot of people will be like, oh, my freshman year, I did not like the way I looked my freshman year. I thought I looked like Skeletor. Like, I keep saying this over and over again. I was too skinny. I didn't like it. Actually, all throughout college, maybe my last 2 years, I was just kind of like, I didn't like the way I looked, because I was like, I had gained a little bit of weight, because that for me, it was more of like a junior 15, not a freshman 15. But when I got to my master's program, I don't know what it was. Like, I was just, being fit. I guess I was living in the mountains. The air was clean. Like, everything was cool. I still had my little YOLO day. I would, have that one day in the week where I eat whatever I wanted. Hot Cheetos, Hardee's, and just anything. Like, I would pick that one day. But I was just very active in my daily life. I did hit the gym like I do now, like 1 hour a day. But it was a little bit different because, I would hit the gym and then I would have to walk back home. So that's like an extra 3 miles. So, like, you know what I mean? So it was a different lifestyle. And so I want to incorporate that in my fitness. And I just feel like that would help me. That's probably the main reason I lost weight. But I think I'm doing all right when it comes to fitness. I'm doing all right. If I feel something and I'm like, oh my God, I'm craving ice cream. Oh my God, I'm craving a brownie. Or, oh my God, like, I need something sweet. Just anything. Like, I will make sure I eat it, but just maybe a little scoop of something, Not anything that's going to be dramatic, So, another exciting thing that happened to me this week, I got my Ancestry DNA results, and that was pretty exciting. So basically, most of my parents most of my parents are Kenyan. My mom and my dad are Kenyan, and majority of my family lives in Kenya. Most of my close cousins, my direct aunts, direct cousins, close family live in Kenya, and then in the States and Europe too as well. And it was kind of weird because it was like your 73%, I believe, was Southeastern Bantu, which to me I was just kind of like, I mean, yeah, I'm Kenyan. And then, funny enough, 9% was from Senegal. which I found pretty interesting. I was like, wow, I didn't see that coming. But I guess maybe reading like their history and stuff like that, I could kind of see, where that could have come from. Trace amounts, which really doesn't mean crap. I think it was like 3% Nigerian and like 2% North African, and it was just little traces. It wasn't anything serious. What was the other country? I really think it was like Nigeria. Cameroon and Congo, which makes absolute sense because the Bantu did start in that area. They started traveling from that area. Senegal, just I could kind of see where it would happen, but it was 9%, so it wasn't really that much, and I couldn't really put my finger on like why it would be there specifically. But I did understand Cameroon and Congo, and I did understand North Africa. The next one was 12% Arabic. That makes sense, and I do believe most Bantus, or most people who, I'm from the Kikuyu tribe. I'm Kikuyu, and a lot of them, I wouldn't be shocked if most of them have Arab blood. Really wouldn't be. So that was kind of interesting. I don't think I will do another test again, or like try and find, like, for me it was just kind of a fun thing, and cool beans, like, that's awesome. It's kind of cool to know that like your ancestors may come from other areas even though you think you're from a certain area. And just to know that, and just the fact that you might be like everything. You might be from different places you never knew. The results I got, I expected. I did expect that. I did expect a little here from the west, and a little here from the east, and a little here from, a little here from up north, and Africa's just mixed. Like that's just what it is. And I guess this weekend, well, after this video, I have to actually go and cook, and yeah. And but this weekend tomorrow I'm actually going to get my work done for my course. And then after that, kind of gonna head back and actually going to a concert, and just have to get all my work done before then. And I'm actually ready for the concert. It's one of my favorite, Chris Martin. He used to be one of my favorite, artists, like, back in the day. But I haven't really listened to his recent music. But hopefully he does songs that I know. And if he doesn't, well, I'll still have a good time. And yeah, I don't really have any much more to say. We talked about shadowing, my job, diet, fitness. I guess like maybe a little word of advice, or something to take for the next week. I think this week I was really stressed out about nothing. And what I mean by that is that when things just become routine, like work and then shadowing, and then work and then shadowing, it's kind of like you know what to expect the next day. And sometimes that gets a little tiring, and sometimes that gets a little stressful because it just becomes the same routine. But you have to just sit and think and find ways to, deal with that. Just do something different or sporadic. I'm type A, so sometimes my life just becomes a schedule, and that's not, you can't, sometimes your schedule is not, sometimes you have to kind of go off the schedule. There we go. Those are the words. Go off the schedule. Do something. If you didn't do something at 6:30, it's fine. Just take a breather. It's okay that it didn't happen, or it's okay that you didn't get to it. Just, deal with it and breathe. And, just take life one step at a time. Life is short. It's very, very short. And you shouldn't worry just because you didn't abide by your schedule. It's just a schedule. And, who knows? I mean, maybe that's not what God wanted you to do at the time. And I don't know, I just feel like sometimes I hate being type A because it's like I get stressed out about things that really matter. And so that's, yeah, my sister tells me that all the time. I just freak out about I do like have a lot of anxiety, so I think that's what causes it, but it's just kind of like all you gotta do is breathe. I mean, things could be so much worse. So just breathe, take a breath, and enjoy nature, and find something to do that takes your mind off the schedule. Yeah. So that's just like my little word of advice, and I will try and do a video next week. It was kind of hectic this week. Like, I was like, am I really gonna have time to do a video? Like, And I mean, I ended up doing a video, which I'm really happy about. And I want to keep on doing this. I think it's definitely, it's a stress reliever for me. And, I get to dress up and look all pretty and stuff. Like, I don't, like, right now I'm wearing makeup, but I don't usually wear makeup. I'm not the type of person, I think I've said my sign before, I'm a Cancer Leo. I don't know whether Leos like wearing makeup. I don't know whether Cancers like wearing makeup. I don't even know if this has anything to do with wearing makeup, sign. But I don't really wear I don't wear makeup at all, I'll be honest. The only thing I may wear is like eyeliner. So the fact that I'm wearing like foundation is kind of a big deal. But it's just, I just decided, like, why not do something different? Like, why not just wear makeup for this, vlog? So I decided to just do it. And it's kind of fun to just like dabble in different stuff, But yeah, that's all I have for this week. I am happy that you're listening and tuned in. And I don't know if you want to see, the dog is sleeping. I hope you saw the dog. But she's sleeping. And I'm about to just go in the kitchen and cook something good. So, thanks for listening, and have a wonderful, blessed weekend. Have fun. And another thing. I actually was thinking of getting a piercing or tattoo. I went to the mall the other day, and it just felt like, I was like, is it time? Because it's like, I got both of these in Kenya. Both of these right here. Got this when I was 9, first time I went to Kenya, and then got this when I was 22, I believe, and it was so much fun. So I kind of want to get one right here. I don't know what this is called, and then one up here, and I feel like I'll be done after that. Never been a tattoo person. Never thought about getting a tattoo. I feel like if I get a tattoo, it has to really mean something. Like, really mean something. So, I'm not saying it's not going to happen. It's just, I don't feel the need to get one. Anyway, let me actually go. And it was nice speaking with you guys, and I will see you next week. Bye!